Okay, so we are on Team Kelsey again. Her next contestant was Jaelen, and he sang If You're Reading This by Tim McGraw. The minute I heard Tim McGraw, I was like, yep, that sounds about right. What I will say is that I was a little concerned about this performance based on the rehearsal, if I'm being completely honest. Jaelen is known for his lows, and I felt like the key might have been too low because I felt like at the ends of his lines in the rehearsal, the lows were too low and he wasn't getting all the way down there. So
it's hard when someone's known for the lows, right?
Yes, it is. Yes.
It's hard. Yes. That's what he's known for, that velvety baritone voice.
Yes. So I don't know whether they kept the key the same or whether they changed it. I have no idea. All I do know is that the actual performance was a million times better than rehearsal. It sounded much, much better to me. I thought that it was actually a good suggestion for him to sit and play if they wanted to have a more emotional and more reflective performance. Like,
who gave that? Didn't Kelsey give that suggestion?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
If that
was spot on.
I thought that was really spot on. I felt like the beginning of the song was good. I felt like by the time he got to the chorus, it was great. I feel like he found his footing in the middle and the end of the song. You heard the lows were so much better. You heard the grit in his voice. You heard the emotion that you wanted to hear and the emotion that he just gives to every song that he sings. The thing that I've been saying week after week after week about Jaelen is that everything he sings, I believe him. And this performance was no different. Here is my one critique. And James might already know what it is if he was watching. Jaelen kept his eyes closed a lot in this performance. And what Bublé said was, the people in the audience were like, especially the ladies in the audience were like this.
He's easy on the eyes. Absolutely.
Yeah. And he has that authenticity about his performance. So I felt like if he were to have opened his eyes a little bit more, that might have made even more of an impact in this performance. But I thought the song choice was great. I thought he sang it well. I think that he conveyed the story well. And other than opening his eyes a little bit more, I thought it was a good performance.
If you could read this, right?
Yes. If you're reading this, yes.
If you're reading this, I have to. I struggled with this performance. Do you know why, Steph?
Why is that?
You know what my biggest problem with it? I lost the words.
Okay.
I lost the words until he got to the chorus. Like you said, he found his footing.
Okay.
And I think to your point, Steph, like you were saying all the things that I wanted to say, but I lost the words because it was too low of a key.
Okay.
And here's the thing about Jaelen. Jalen's voice is one of the top voices of the season. But and Jalen's a storyteller. But if I don't get the words, that's almost like a kryptonite for Jaelen.
Okay.
Because he is he's a country singer, through and through. Because he is such an incredible singer and is such an incredible storyteller. You take his one of his biggest gifts away, and that is the storytelling. Because I couldn't understand what he was singing.
Okay.
Because it sounded a little low in his voice. I lost it.
Okay.
Until he got to the chorus of "Lay Me Down." When he said "Lay Me Down," and when he said "You're My Soul," I said that's unfortunate because his voice is superstar quality. I said, Jaelen, if I give you some advice, don't let the stylings of the song be so styled and so nuanced that we lose your words. That is your superpower.
Yes,
is your storytelling ability.
Yes.
And I lost it on this song.
Okay.
And I was really disappointed because I really thought Jaelen was going to get through. because I think he's the best storyteller on the show. Maybe him and Lucia are two of the best storytellers on the show. So I can listen to Jaelen sing, like his voice is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
I just lost the words and I was so disappointed, Stephanie. I really was pulling for Jaelen.
Maybe that was what.
And I'm going to talk about that, why I was pulling for Jaelen in our Patreon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I was, what my disconnect was at the beginning of the performance.
It was too low.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I lost. Did you follow the story of the song? I didn't.
No, I didn't. Not until we got to the chorus.
Yeah.
When it got to the chorus, I was like, oh, there he is. There's what I wanted to hear. So I think you just articulated it a little bit better than me. Oh, I do have to say that Jaelen's performance was the performance that I did for my Watch With Me. So that's, y'all can watch me, watch it, and you can hear what I reflected in real time and see how that matches up with what I said just now. For $5.